Hello and welcome, I'm Sonicguru and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to check out this new content. I want to get a few new endings, but we can work on that. Let's go to new content.
New content?
Yeah.
What does that mean, new content?
I don't know, let's have a look. There's a door over there. So let's see what's new in this Ultra Deluxe. Ooh. Seems to be different paths to take.
And thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh, yeah, you can buy it on the Switch, can't you?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
So this is the new
Please
content.
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
So, you need to buy the game again to get the Ultra Deluxe stuff, but I'm not too sure why.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Alright.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
You really are impatient, aren't you? The what? All this room and just one little thing? It's like playing Sonic 06 all over again.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay. Jumping? Like jumping. And I'm done. Did I break it? What was it going to, huh?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, there has to be something else. I mean, being able to jump is one thing, but only in the circle?
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
How do you know that reading a dictionary would take you 20 hours to go through? There's a chair. And... nothing.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What
Really?
quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh, yeah.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I had no choice on that one. Okay. This is new. The Monday Cup. I got my eye on you. Yeah, here's the new content. Here's the old one, I guess.
Psst.
Oh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Well, first of all, don't do that. That really fucking scared me. On the other, I kind of want to see what's over here. That seems to be... Oh, you know what? Let's go for the vent. Can I crouch? What does that say? Coffee nut. Yes, I am. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
The fuck? You got office equipment in what looks like Dark Souls?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay. Why this vast area that looks like a... well, just a standard skybox, actually. Okie dokie. Promising.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I had a BAFTA. Alright. Okay, mind control facility. The scripts. The good times. Oh yeah, all the good times. All the... including the time where you lied to me. Right on Steve. $1. Why? Why is there $1? Disc of music. Smile because it happened. The demonstration demo. That's actually a pretty good demo. Don't play for 5 years. It's impossible to get this achievement. It literally is. Nominee for the BAFTAs. New game releasing today. Here's go from Scandal to New Crisis. 50% off a designer hat. Fantastic. Huh? Little Stanley. Aww. Aww. It's a puppy. Little Stanley. Oh, you are immortalized, young brave soul. Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, Stephanie Sterling, you are immortalized again. It's down here. Maintenance. Huh. Oh, this is new content to me. The original remake. Stanley and the other girl. One of the engines is just a girl there. Is it just going to be this? Is this the new content? Are you?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
You made me feel bad for all the games I played before, which I thought were perfect games, like Dust and Elysian Tale. That is a perfect game. What about Fallout 3? Yeah, it's freaking it's janky sometimes, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. Oh, what about like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Yoshi's Island.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! Funny? I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
It almost hit my toe over head, Annie. Ah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm wild by this. Unfunny. Love that. I'm just looking around, mainly. I'm like looking at everything that's been crafted just around this meta fourth wall they've been doing.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Technically.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No, you
Perhaps
didn't.
the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, well, that's what you get when you create content. You get both sides, not just one. You have to listen to both sides.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Convenient. That's a skip button. And nothing round the back. This has gone very meta.
Here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue. And it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is. So on and so forth, until inevitably, we all, until the end of time... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
yes, I did.
The power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption...
There we go.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Is it?
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Why?
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
I was going to question the same
Wasn't there a
thing.
door that led into this room?
Yes.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
You tell me, you're the one in charge of this
Enter
game.
a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that? Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Really?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
Well,
I have
these
no
two
idea
are
how long
off,
I'll be made
so...
to sit here and more. Oh, Stanley.
There we
You're
go.
back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
Okay.
I think it's been a week.
Really?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Yeah.
Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Yep.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already
Oh, the
been
plant
doing?
died.
Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Okay.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Well, at least the AC still working.
What took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly.
You rambled again.
Heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight.
I'm done. Did you die? Or you just... Could have watered the leaves. You could have just watered the plant for us in the past year or so. Okay, that's new. AC's gone. I hate that. I hate that. The clock died! I hate that. I hate that noise. Stop it. Stop it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world...
Yep. Are you quite done? Because I can get skipping a year, 2 years, 5 years, all the time. And see where we get.
The end is never the end, 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 is never...
Okay, that's enough. And there's water. That's new. This... Been trapped in here for, I don't know, what we're up to, 10 years, 15, 20, who knows? There we go. There's a black mold and water damage. Lovely. They all go to shit. So we're getting somewhere, let's continue this. Ooh, daylight. God damn. Can we get out? I mean, could try and climb. Do work out and make a makeshift stairway. And foliage. God, what is this? Like, what, a 10-year gap now? Ooh, there's fruit growing on these things. Nah, no, not edible. No. Oh, interesting. And we're back to this shit again. That is a pile of dirt. There is nothing. Did the world end or something? What happened to the foliage? What happened to the fauna? Hello? I don't want to know. Oh. That's nothing. The, I think it's been like 50 years. I think that's committed suicide. And I think we're out of here. Oh, God. Did we just Mad Max the entire world? What the hell? Where do I go? This is so surreal. I guess just follow these rock paths. Okay, there we go. Holy crap, that took a while. That ending, jeez. That was meta. That was so meta beyond comprehension. Wow. That was good. That was good. That was really, really good. Wow. I want to explore the new content again. And I'll see you all next time.